Hello everyone, welcome to Wisdom Era online classes. My dears, we are all studying science subject in this video for grade 5 and I have come up with a very interesting and new topic, that is simple machine. We shall just discuss what is simple machine. Simple machine, it is a device that makes our work easier and faster. My dears, these are the machines which makes our work easier and faster, where we use these type of simple machines in our daily life so that it makes our work easier and faster. My dears, not only easier and faster but also efficiently. These makes our work efficient too. For example, scissor and knife, where these scissor and knife are the examples of simple machine, where we use these two things daily in our life. Just make it note down two examples for both, where you are using scissor and knife in your daily life. You means not you but your parents too, where they make use of these scissors and knife, where in general we use scissors in the morning to cut the packets of milk and cut the cloths and etc. We use knife to chop the vegetables and etc. Simple machines are grouped as lever, pulley, inclined plane, screw, wheel and axle, wedge, where these are the examples for simple machine. Leveler, a simple machine. Lever, a simple machine that turns around a fixed point is called lever. A simple machine that turns around a fixed point is called lever. It helps us to do more work. What does that the lever helps us? It helps us to do more work. How does that helps us is by applying less force and makes work to be done. Whenever we are exerting less amount of force, even though on applying some amount of force, we can make the work done in this lever. This mainly contains load, effect and fulcrum. This leveler mainly consists of three parts. Load, that is the object in which work is to be performed. Object on which work is to be performed. In this object, in this image, you are seeing a leveler, where at the one end, at the right end, you are observing wheel, one bag, that is a load which has to be pulled to other hand. For examples, wheelbarrow, bottle cap opener are the examples for this type of leveler. Next thing is effort. The force applied on the leveler to move the load is called effort. In generally, this effort is most exerted by human beings, where this most effort is exerted by human beings, where if human beings exert some amount of force, so that he can pull the load from one end to another end with the help of lever, where the load examples for this are like stapler, knife, foot pin and etc. The last thing what we have to learn is fulcrum. It is a fixed point in which leveler turn. It is the main point in which leveler turn. In this object, the red color triangle shaped object, whatever you are observing is the fulcrum, which helps to move one place to another place. Examples are scissor, spoon, seesaw and etc. Pulley. Pulley is the wheel with a groove in its rim. Pulley is the wheel with a groove in its rim. The rope moves through the groove. The rope moves through the groove. Where you just observe this pulley in a places like well, where well consists of pulleys. 2 pulleys or 4 pulleys, somehow it might be consisting, where you are tying a bucket into the one end of the rope and you are just pulling that. If you are just taking that rope over grow, and after you are leaving that bucket whichever you have tied to one end, so that after some times you make sure that you are taking off that bucket, so that you will get the water, upside. Example, water is drawn from the well using a bucket tied to a long rope, that what we have discussed before. The next simple machine is inclined plane. A simple machine that has a sloping surface is called a inclined plane. A simple machine that has sloping surface is called as inclined plane. How does this inclined plane helps us in our daily life? Yes, my dears, it is also an important thing which helps us in our daily life, like sloping wooden plank. Sloping the wooden plank. Not only this example, it is the main example for an inclined plane, but also we use this type of inclined plane for ramp. Or you might have seen a special bikes or cars whichever are imported or exported to your nearest showroom. If you are having showroom nearest to your home, they unload that loaded ones using this inclined plane, so that the machines whichever they have to unload can be unloaded easily with the help of this inclined plane. Here a man is taking up the important material whatever he wanted to. Next thing is slide. It helps to easy slide of anything. The next thing is screw. It looks like a nail grooves cut into it. It has a winding edges called a thread. Can hold things together tightly. My dears, I hope you have all seen these types of screws which are familiar to you in your homes, which look like a nail grooves cut into it. It has a winding edges. Called thread. What do we call that as? Thread, which helps to hold two objects firmly. Examples for this is socket jack. Next thing is wheel and axle. Simple machine consists of wheel and a rod called axle. Wheel and axle rotate together. Where we can even take the same example what we have taken for pulley. That is taking up the water inside. Next is screwdriver. Next thing is car steering, tap sewing machine. These are all the examples for, yes my dears, these are all the examples. Next thing is wedge. Wedge is a V-shaped piece made up of a metal. Wedge is a V-shaped piece made up of a metal. It has two inclined planes. Put together to form a sharp edge, where this is a main thing which is this simple machine is made from using the other simple machine, that is inclined plane, where two inclined planes are kept together in the V shape to make a sharp edge. Examples are axe, knife, which is used to cut and split the things, which is used to chop the vegetables, and even there are many uses of this knife. Yes, my dears, I hope you have learnt what are simple machines. Here are some questions which you have to make it note down, like what is simple machine? Write some examples of simple machines used in your daily life. what is pulley and its users, and write short notes on incline plane, wedge, wheel and axle. Hope you will do the same and